Okay, we're back. It's alphabet time. But every entry on the Did I Get What I Paid For alphabet is gonna be something related to the show. This is gonna help new viewers who might not get what's going on, or help old viewers remember where some great running gags came from. And this episode is gonna cover D through F. To see A through C, I'm gonna make an alphabet playlist, so don't worry, I've got you covered.
D, Drew, comma, Nancy, comma, detective, period.
Nancy Drew is one of those franchises that's gotten nods on this channel even outside of that one episode of Season 0 of Did I Get What I Paid For? And it's not hard to see why. She's been a staple of children's literature since 1930. Kid me was a fan of her adventures. I mean, I wasn't as big a fan of her as I was the Hardy Boys, but adult me is sort of the opposite, because Nancy kicks ass even without all that preferential treatment from law enforcement and intelligence agencies. I've reviewed 2 Nancy Drew movies on this channel. One from the 1930s. The other is the way underrated film from 2007. That was the first non-public domain movie I ever reviewed. It's been a while since we've done anything Nancy Drew related. Have we seen the last of her? Only time will tell. Fun fact, while never confirmed, there may be at least one, if not 2, lost Nancy Drew movies from the 1930s film series. They could produce one of those things in 2 weeks. 4 Nancy Drew movies were released, but 6 had been commissioned. Warner Brothers shot down their B-movie double feature unit fast, leaving a lot of projects in various stages of production with very little surviving documentation. When they were still alive, several cast members claimed that they had shot 5, if not all 6, movies required by their contract. So it's possible they exist and are degrading in a vault somewhere. I wish I had enough sway with the lost media community for them to track them down, because if they exist, I would love to see them.
E is for Senor Eduardo.
I have no idea who this is. I really don't. Apparently he's some friend of Ralph's who helped him review Francis the Talking Mule. My memory on that isn't what it should be, because I watched Captain America 1979, Jack and the Beanstalk 1952, Star Trek The Motion Picture 1979, and Plan Nice Matters Base 1957 as 4 episodes strung together. I lost my fucking mind. Anyway, he's a talking horse who sometimes talks with a Spanish accent for some reason. He's a bit of a pervert. I think he had a fling with my piggy bank at one point. I don't know. I really don't. Fun fact, if you type the name Senor Eduardo into classic text-to-speech operator Dr. Spezzo, he'll say Senor Eduardo.
F is for F that, Filmation.
Lou Scheimer, Hal Sutherland, and Norm Prescott founded a small animation studio in 1963. But they had big dreams. It's right in the name. Filmation. That's right, they wanted to challenge Disney in terms of quality animation for the big screen. But things didn't go so well. So they've resorted to commercials and other TV work. Their first big hit was a show called Red Rocket. The animation was pretty good for a syndicated show. Soon, DC Comics was knocking on their door to do a new show with Superman, Batman, the Atom, the Flash, Hawkman, the Justice League, and Teen Titans. The show was such a hit that Hanna-Barbera sniped the properties as soon as they could. Filmation did a lot of licensed cartoons after that. Tarzan, The Lone Ranger, Archie, Sabrina, and a little TV show you might have heard of called Star Trek. Hey, I reviewed that at one point. I liked half of it, even when most Trekkies can't stand it. In the 1970s, they had a live-action show called The Ghostbusters. Due to some legal screw-ups, it wasn't technically trademarked, so they raced to get that done at the end of 1983. Right when Columbia Pictures was starting production on a little movie you might have heard of. Part of their handshake deal with Columbia to let them use the name said that Filmation was supposed to have the animation rights to any cartoon that might spin out of it. Once Columbia saw some of Filmation's other cartoons, they backed out of the deal. This led to the whole Ghostbusters versus Real Ghostbusters War of 1986. Fun fact, for a brief period of time, Filmation's Batman-Superman Hour was in first run at the same time as Hanna-Barbera's Super Friends. But there was a twist. In spite of having started as Filmation's Batman, Ulan Suli became Hanna-Barbera's Dark Knight, starting with his first appearance on Scooby-Doo and continuing until 1984. Danny Dark was Hanna-Barbera's Superman. Meanwhile, Filmation's new Batman was someone you've never heard of named Adam. Yeah, that's right, Adam West. Filmation's Superman was Bud Collyer, who played Superman in the radio show and the Fleischer Brothers cartoons of the 1940s.
F is for Flintstones.
This is a franchise I somehow managed to bring up even when I don't intend to. I first made a joke about the Flintstones in an early pre-Did I Get What I Paid For video called Hating Good Art. I kept making Flintstones references as sort of a good luck charm, until I found myself tailoring video concepts around working in the Flintstones joke and not trying to make the best video possible. So I stopped. I thought I could leave the Flintstones behind me if I just reviewed the 1994 film starring John Goodman. I was wrong. The Flintstones got references unplanned in reviews of Plan 9 from Outer Space, Yogi's All-Star Comedy Christmas Caper, and Part 1 of the Saturday Morning Cartoon Chaos Spectacular trilogy. The references in The Flintstones, Flintstones Viva Rock Vegas, Flintstones Christmas Carol, and Part 2 of the Saturday Morning Cartoon Chaos Spectacular trilogy were all planned. At this point, doing at least one Flintstones-related review per year is obligatory. Fun fact, Fruity and Cocoa Pebbles are called that because they look like small rocks. They are not, as some have suspected, named after Pebbles Flintstone. I think that's a good stopping point for now. Be here next time for G and H. If you liked this video, please hit like and subscribe. To help this channel really grow, visit patreon.com/parodyerrorfilms and become a patron today.